guys, and welcome to the final part of the Haunted Mansion house building series. So this is a two-part series. If you haven't seen part 1, I will link that in the description of the video. I do have to say this video is going to be 47 minutes long. So I know that you guys are not used to me making such a long videos. I did do that in the beginning of my channel, but I just thought that people couldn't really manage to look at a video for that long, so I stopped doing that and I cut it up all of my builds. But this time I was just finished and I was just thinking, why not upload the entire video so that you guys don't have to wait, because I know that some of you are like sick of waiting all the time on my videos. So I just wanted to give you guys the entire thing right now. So yes, it's 47 minutes long, but that's the entire series. Everything is done. You can download it from the gallery right now. I already uploaded it there, and just use my origin ID LoveSimplySim or the hashtag LoveSimplySim or hashtag SimandPhoenix, and then you can find that on the gallery, or just click on the link that I've left for you guys in the description of the video. That's like really easy. Just click on it, and you can download that through a site, and then the next time that you open up your game, it's already in your gallery or your library. So that's really easy. So please use the link if you don't like to look on the gallery and have loads of trouble finding things. Just click on that link. So I did cut out quite a piece of video from me just doing the floor plan. I had loads of trouble trying to figure out where I wanted everything to be. So I did the floor plan off camera, but you will see everything, of course, as I furnish the house. So I already furnished the piano room, and that room is going to be like an entertainment room where you can give, like, I don't know, parties and balls and stuff like that. And here I am doing the kitchen. So the kitchen is fairly large because, of course, this is a mansion. People with loads of money used to live here, and the story behind this beautiful mansion is that there used to be oh my god, not they used to be there used to be a mad scientist that lived in this house. So he has a laboratorium in this house. There is a prison where he kept his victims, because he's a mad scientist and he loves to cut up people and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a horror house, and he has a operating how do you call it, a room where he did all his operating and stuff like that. That's all in the same room, so you will see that later on in the video. So yeah, I had loads of fun just doing this this house. I mean, it's so different and it's a little bit messy and spooky and creepy. So I did try and just don't use a lot of lights in this house. So I wanted it to keep everything very dark. So I don't use that much chandeliers, and I went with more floor lamps and stuff like that to keep it really dark and dingy. And I also made all the sanitary furniture, so the sinks, the toilets, the bathrooms, or the bathtubs, I made them all dirty, just to give that really old and rundown feeling. So yeah, I just had fun with this build. So I do have to say, I did not use any custom content in this build. This is a CC free house, and I don't think you need custom content when building such a old messy house. I think The Sims has everything that you need for these types of houses. I mean, you have your spooky stuff pack, and in the base game there are loads of old looking furniture, so that's really nice. I do think that this game is lacking more modern furniture and contemporary furniture. I'm missing that. Of course you have your modern couches, but that's like 2 or 3 sorts, and for the more classic couches you have a really wide variety. So I don't think I needed any custom content in this build. Maybe I should have installed my fall mod, because I do have that still on my computer but not in my game. So yeah, here you see me making everything dirty. I made some counters dirty, and it looks so more realistic. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing right now. So here I started with the entertainment room or the ballroom, so you can have parties here. You can maybe delete all of the chairs and throw a masquerade ball here for your Sims. So this is a multifunctional room. You can do anything with it. Now I set it up as a more of as a dinner party or just a normal party room, but you can make it a ballroom, or you can even turn it into a how do you call it, into a club or something like that, and that's really fun, of course. So yeah, I did try and place loads of candles everywhere, candles on the floor, candles on the counters, and of course I didn't want to use many flowers in this build, because I do think that the flowers maybe would be dead if no one was living here. But I did make a greenery, and I did add in flowers there, so that's a little bit, I don't know, that's like I didn't want to use flowers, but I did use flowers, so it's very yeah, it doesn't make sense in a way, and it did make sense in a way for me. So yeah, here I am doing all of the curtains so that I won't forget to do them, because I do tend to forget the curtains in all my builds. And I really tried to record everything in nighttime, just to give that creepy feeling and to give you just the very best look of the house, because it needs to be creepy and old, and it's a haunted house. So it made sense to record everything in nighttime or in evening time. So here adding in some cobwebs to the front of the house, just to decorate it a little bit more, to make it look a little bit old from the outside. I mean, it already looks old from the outside and run down, but I just wanted to give it a little bit more extra. I also add in some oh my god, I forgot the name of those things. I'm going to look it up real quickly, because I did that in the very end of the video. So I added in some spandrels, that's the name, because I forgot to add them here on that section where I placed the cobwebs. I added there are some spiky spandrels just to give it a little bit more detail. So going back into the house, I don't know in which order I did everything. I did record everything today, but I've spent 5 hours on just decorating. I just really wanted to give it loads of detailing. I didn't want to throw everything in like I did in the garden section. So I gave it a lot of thought how I could make this house look messy and scary, but not too messy. So yeah, it took me some time to build this, and I love the sugar skulls. And I have to say, I have not participated in the challenge yet. I haven't played my Sim family. I did dress them all up for Halloween. They are all ready to go, but I haven't done the challenge yet. I haven't been looking for any sugar skulls, or how do you call it, and I have not used the new decorations of the Day of the Dead. I did use the candles and the skulls in this build, but nothing else, because I do think the colors are a little bit too festive looking and too bright, and I didn't play with it with my Sim family, and I really need to play with them some more, because I am missing them. And I haven't played my Sims 3 in a few days as well, which I'm also missing very much. But this is I think, yes, this is my last week working and then I'm free. So I really am looking forward to just playing my game and just relaxing and playing my sim families in my Sims 3 and 4 and maybe starting up my 2 again because I also miss that very much. So yeah, here placing all the just decorations, some bar stools, ottomans and stuff like that. So here I'm starting with the formal dining room and I just decided to put in 2 tables together to make it a really large, oops, that's my glass, a really large dining table, and just decorate it with yeah, just stuff that I think look very spooky and old. So yeah, that's it basically for this room. So I have to tell you guys a little bit more about the the mad scientist laboratorium that I made upstairs. So it's going to be old looking, so it's not a modern looking laboratorium, so really old. So like you see in those really scary movies, you know what I mean? Oh, I don't have any examples. It's been a while since I saw a movie like that, but I just wanted to make it look really old and there are flasks everywhere. And I did change the color right before uploading this house to the gallery of that room to green, just to make it look a little bit more spookier. And it really does look spookier if you change your color to green, which is really nice. And you will see that in the screenshots of this video. So if you want to see the entire house, I screenshotted everything and that's in the very end of the video. So I'm not going to talk throughout this entire video, by the way, because that's just insane, talking 47 minutes. Maybe if you are really interesting and funny, that's okay, but I'm not so funny, I'm not so interesting, so I'm not going to talk the entire video. So here I'm doing the living room. I didn't want to place everything really neatly, so I tried to make it look very loose and I don't know, but in the end when we go upstairs I did place everything neatly. So that's something that I was not really consistent in, but that's just me. I always want to place everything really tidy and neat and straight. That's just how I build. There are cobwebs everywhere throughout the entire house, by the way. I did place them everywhere. I mean, in a haunted house, in an old house, there will be cobwebs and spiders throughout the entire house. So I did that in this house as well. And I also have 2 towers left. I did not place staircases leading into the towers. I did try it, but it looked weird. So instead of making them rooms that you can use, I placed those light up ghosts that you get with the spooky stuff pack. You know, the white ghosts, they are more, you can see them right here in the screen. They are more outdoor lights. Yeah, I cannot describe them, but they are ghost lights, and I placed them in the towers and I enlarged them so that when you are looking from the outside into the tower, you can see the little ghost in front of the window, which is really cute as well. So here I started with the prison cell. Here is where the captive is going to live. So this mad scientist really liked to abduct people and just bring them into this little cell. So he abducted women, he abducted men, and he did all sorts of crazy, creepy things to them, which I'm not going to really elaborate right now because I do think I have some underage children watching, but he's crazy and he did all sorts of nasty things to them in his little laboratorium, and you will see that coming back in all the equipment that he's going to use and all the props that you see on his desk. So I tried to make it look very old, of course, and really like a cell needs to look. I did place a bed, a toilet in there, and at first I wanted to place a dresser, but then it looked a bit silly, so I did remove the dresser again. So yeah, that's basically it. And I was thinking of a bed top, but that didn't make sense to place a bed top. Maybe I should have added in a sink, now thinking of it, but that's okay. And of course he hung up a picture of himself there, so that the prisoner can watch his picture, which is really deranged and scary if you think of it. So I don't think that the wife of the house knows about his little practice, what he does in that area, because if you want to enter the scientist lab, you need to go through a secret bookcase door, which is in the door catalog. So I don't think that his family knows he's a crazy scientist, because you need to go through the master bedroom and then through a office area, and going through the office, then you go into the scientist lab. So it's hidden, which I think was a really nice little touch, and really fun to do. So here I started adding in the cell doors and walls. Of course, those are from Get Together. So I did, let me see. So yes, I did place all cell doors and walls, but the doors, you cannot use the cell doors. I tried it with my sim and she can't go in. So if you want a sim to be imprisoned there, you need to either teleport them there or temporarily remove the cell door so that they can go through it, but you cannot go through the cell door. They won't open up, which is a shame, because they are cell doors, but you can find them in the I think in the skills catalog, which is really strange. So I don't know, but they are not usable in this lot, which is really sad. Oh yeah, that's it. So I placed a massage table there as a operating table, and I totally forgot that we had these beds that you get from Get Together from the hospital, but I do change it out in the end because it looked weird. It bugged me, so I think I'm looking for it. Yeah, there it is. So here I place it and it looks much better and more as a operating section of the cell. And of course I just went throughout the entire debug catalog and just placed random items that looked really scary and gruesome, and something that a mad scientist would use on people, like in, of course, the movie Frankenstein, and I don't know, maybe Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something like that. That's are the movie references that I was thinking of when building and placing all the decorations. And I was looking for a medical book to place there on the table, but I couldn't find it, so I did leave out a book, but I was looking for that a few minutes ago. And of course placing loads of cobwebs on the cell doors just to make it look a little bit more spooky and creepy. And there are going to be loads and loads of spiders. I really like the spiders of the Spooky Stuff pack. They are looking so, no, not cute, but I just love all the recolors. You have your toxic spider and the normal spider. So I really like the spiders of the pack. And it's a shame that I really cannot use that pack throughout the entire year, because, yeah, of course, it's a Halloween pack and it looks strange in a normal house. But I really like this pack, and I'm just really happy that Halloween is back here and that I can use it. So I started with the office area, or the laboratorium, and I didn't know where I wanted to place the table. So I decided to just make the windows a bit smaller so that I can make the workspace here because I wanted a free wall to place loads of shelves. So I ended up just deleting some windows and place smaller windows. So yeah, here I'm just going to place some random shelves to add some stuff on there. And at first I wanted to place the frogs on the shelves, but the shelves weren't big enough, which is a shame because I think if I placed the frogs on the shelf it would look really nice. So the scientist has of course loads of books in his room, and I'm going to be placing loads and loads of frogs. There is going to be a dead fish, crystals. I don't know why, but I do think scientists need crystals when they are doing stuff. I don't know, but I know in the scientific career, in Get to Work, you need to look for crystals. So I do add crystals to the shells. And I really found a really, not cute. Why am I always trying to say the word cute? No, I found a really odd looking fish. I really like the fish. Not this fish. It's a lionfish, a mounted lionfish. This one. I think it looks so really creepy and strange, and it looks perfect for a mad scientist lab. So I was really happy when I found that crazy looking fish. And of course I also found the fish that you see in Dory, you know, not Dory, in Finding Nemo, when they are looking for Nemo, there is like this fish with a little light. I found that in the debug catalog, and I did place that fish on the desk. You will see it in just a moment. So this fish right here. So the scientist is working on the fish, cutting it open and using it for his research. I don't know why, I don't know what is linked with a fish and a human body, but he uses a fish for his research. And here I'm just trying to add in loads of stuff. So of course the sugar skulls, because I think they are beautiful. They are a little bit festive looking because of the colors, but it's okay. I think they look nicely here in the science lab. And of course I added in a cauldron because why not? And of course the chest from Halloween from last year. I am going to place that somewhere else, by the way, because it looked a little bit messy there. So yeah, that's basically it for this room. Did I needed to address something else? I'm trying to think of something that I really needed to say, because sometimes when I'm doing my voiceover, I forget half the things that I wanted to say. And of course, a baby. I found a baby in the debug catalog, and I just wanted to place it because it looked a little bit creepy. And I don't know if you noticed, but I did add in a hospital baby crib in the operating section. So yeah, I'm not going to say much about that, but if you put two and two together, it is creepy as hell. And that's what I was going for. I was going for creepy and scary for this build. So I think mission completed here. So yeah, adding in some more clutter and just random items, and of course loads and loads of cobweb. That is something that you will see me do throughout the entire video, just adding in cobwebs. And later on I figured out that you can enlarge the cobwebs, so it was so much more easier to place cobwebs, and it looked a little bit more diverse, because everywhere the same sized cobwebs, it was getting boring. So I did enlarge some, and it looks so much better. So yeah, so here I'm starting with the master bedroom, and like I said, you need to go through the master bedroom, then there is a master bathroom and a office area. So this house has, I don't know if I said it already, but this house has, let me see. So I've placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bathrooms, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. But if you include the dungeon, or the the prisoner cell upstairs. You have 6 bedrooms, and for beds I placed 3 double beds and 5 single beds, including the prison cell. So there is enough room for 8 Sims, so you can make your own crazy scientist with this entire family and have him move in here with a captive, or you can oh my god, or you can just I don't know, kidnap some Sims from the street and place them in your dungeon, in your prison. You can do all that for Halloween. It's fun. I don't know, maybe you want to do something crazy for Halloween and you can use this house for it. So I am going to leave you guys here. We are halfway through the video. Yes, we are halfway through the video, so I am going to leave you guys here with some music. Don't forget to place a comment in the comment section if you have maybe a suggestion for another creepy build, because I was looking at the Addams Family how do you say it? At the Addams Family mansion today. I was looking at that mansion and I was like, maybe I should have built that house, but I wasn't thinking of that house at the moment. So maybe I'm going to keep that for next year, because that's a really big project. But if you have other creepy houses, suggestions that you would like me to do for maybe next Halloween, maybe you have a small one that I can do before Halloween, let me know in the comment section below the video, because I really would like to know. And of course, don't forget to place your likes. That's like really important. And yeah, that's it. So I hope that you enjoyed the video and have a great day wherever you are. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. I was too young and I didn't understand that you were no one, and I can't wait to see Hindsight is fleeting, oh, and your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then, or what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young and I didn't understand that you were no one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, 'cause I was too young and I didn't understand that you were no one, and I can't wait to see you again. I can't wait, I can't wait.
Our lips, they tasted like those cigarettes. Staring at the moon, we'd go to bed. In my arms, you're safe and sound, without a threat. And I can't wait to see what happens next. How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit low? How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit low? We're still a little bit young, but I'm all in. We're still a little bit dumb, but I'm all in. We're still a little bit young, but I'm all in. We're still a little bit dumb, but I'm all in. Our lips, they tasted like those cigarettes. Staring at the moon, we'd go to bed. In my arms, you're safe and sound, without a threat. And I can't wait to see what happens next. How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit low? How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit low? We're still a little bit young, but I'm all in. We're still a little bit dumb, but I'm all in. We're still a little bit young, but I'm all in. We're still a little bit dumb, but I'm all in. Tried to fight alone, 'cause sometimes we just don't know that we can do anything together if we just try. And as long as we have our backs, whenever our foes collide, this time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces. This time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces. Castles and dragons, the battle begins tonight. Are you with me? This is our kingdom, and we won't run tonight. We are a team. Castles and dragons, the battle begins tonight. Are you with me? This is our kingdom, and we won't run tonight. We are a team. We can do anything together if we just try. And as long as we have our backs, whenever our foes combine, this time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces. This time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces.